You know, there is absolutely nothing at all impressive about this weight room here at Southern High School. I mean, it is not Gold's Gym. I mean, it's not a bronze gym. But it was good enough for Southern to win the state championship last season. Ask Southern coaches and players this season, and they'll tell you they're still strong enough to win it again.
Go! There you go. Stay low.
Welcome to Game Day. Now look, be sure to join us each Thursday afternoon for a fresh update of the special episode that we do on the Herald-Sun. I'm Herald-Sun sports writer John McCann, joined by Southern Spartans head coach Darius Robinson, or I should say new Southern Spartans head coach, because last year this time, coach, you were the defensive coordinator. Adrian Jones was the head coach. He's moved on to become running backs coach at North Carolina Central. So now the show is yours. Tell me about how it's been going so far.
It's been a great process, been a great transition. As I mentioned in the past, nothing was going to change. We was going to keep everything going the same routine, because when you get kids in a championship process, then you want to keep them in that, and you don't want to change it. I think that's one of the worst things you can do in a program is change it up, and it's going to take your kids 2 or 3 years to adjust. So, you know, nothing was broke. We just kept it the same, and only thing I did is just gave my leadership to it. Pretty much I gave leadership to the point of making sure the kids understood that I needed them to mentally be in tune and take ownership in what their process should be.
You know, last week you got a 41-0 win against Capital Christian Academy, a lopsided win, Coach. Those guys came all the way down here from Landover, Maryland. You didn't even let them get on the scoreboard. Those guys didn't even have much of a bench, Coach. So what makes you think that your guys are going to be prepared for this Hillside team on Friday?
I just don't put our preparation for the second game on our schedule, because our first game on the schedule was Capital Christian. So everything we've done up until this point was not just to prepare for Hillside, it was prepare for our season. But what Capital Christian was is just another phase in preparing for our second game of the year. But the work was put in January. Once we started our workouts, after we came back from our break, pretty much prepared us for the season. And Hillside High School is the second game on our schedule, so they're the ones that we're preparing for this week, not for the entire season.
All right. Well, you know, Hillside lost last week to New Bern, so you know those guys are going to be stinging to try to get back and get a nice win here in the second week of the season. But Coach, if I'm Hillside coach Antonio King, I'm looking at you as if you're Bill Belichick, basically, and that you got Tom Brady and Kendall Hinton. And if you can just shut down Kendall, we got you guys beat. Now tell me I'm wrong, Coach.
You're wrong, because it's 3 phases of the game. It's the offense, it's defense, and the special teams. Kendall's not going to have a perfect game every night. But what we're going to do, we're going to do the best to be good in all 3 phases of the game, because one phase just doesn't win the game. There's 3 phases of the game, and that's what I want people out there to understand. When you're watching football, just don't watch offense, just don't watch defense, just don't watch special teams. Watch all 3 of them, because that way you can get a good judge of how good your football team is going to be.
All right. I'm here now with Southern quarterback Kendall Hinton, a guy who Hillside coach Antonio King called the best quarterback in the state. You got to appreciate that coming from the rival coach like that.
Definitely. Just for him to feel like, you know, he has those expectations coming from me, you know, means a lot. Especially him being a quarterback coach in his past, has a big meaning.
All right. You know, right out here on this field last week, y'all put up 41 points against Capital Christian Academy. What makes you so confident y'all can have that same kind of success against Hillside?
Well, we definitely saw a lot of stuff we liked. A lot of backups got in, a lot of second strings got in and played well. Our first string looked really good. We got out pretty early. Rough start, but we definitely saw a lot of stuff we need to work on also.
All right. The game will take place this Friday at North Carolina Central University. It's at 7:30, and you know it's a big game when you can buy your tickets at the McDonald's on Martin Luther King Jr. Parkway. So you know it's going to be a big one. It always is when it comes down to Hillside and Southern, and we'll have all the action and all the coverage at heraldsun.com.
Thank you, John.
All right.
Appreciate it.
All right, Coach.